Your what is going on, everybody? What is going on? Today's live stream is basically going to be the exact same thing that we did yesterday. We're going to just be doing a bunch of best ball drafts, talking about the playoffs. Should be a fun time. Make sure you guys hit that like button on today's stream. It would help me out a ton, which can be drafting, having a fun time for around an hour or so. I don't really have anything planned besides that. If anyone has any questions about the games tomorrow, Sunday, crazy. Tomorrow already is the playoffs. Gonna be very exciting, even though obviously the games aren't necessarily of the wild card round, these crazy firefights. But I do think that once we get past the wild card round, we have a bunch of interesting games potentially. So should be a fun time. Nevertheless, we got 19 hours and 9 minutes until kickoff. So we're just gonna enter the $3 on here. If you're new to Drafters, you want to draft with me. If you use promo code Notorious when signing up at Drafters, you will get a $100 first match deposit bonus. So you deposit $100, you receive $100 in free site credits. If you deposit $50, you will get $50. Uh, $10, you get an extra $10. That's how it works. So let's get on into things here. We're going to try to take down the $5 first trophy here. Should be a fun time. So let's get on into this thing. Bam. We're just waiting on three other people to join. Again, the strategy here, in my opinion, is since you want to try to win it all, right? I'm not just drafting here to win fucking $6 in 1500th, right? No, I'm drafting to try to win the whole shebang, $5,000. So I'm going to go ahead and try my best to stack up the game that I think is going to be the Super Bowl based upon the draft that we are in. So at the number one overall pick, I dictate basically anything that I want to do. I could go with hopefully a Bill stack, a Chief stack, a Philly stack, whatever I want. Whereas when you're a little bit deeper, kind of the hand is played for you. You got to just see what happens as the draft goes on. This is a best ball draft, so I do not have to set my lineup or anything. They'll automatically put the best players in your lineup. I just did a Patrick Mahomes stack in the $20 one, so I think I'm going to go ahead and do a Josh Allen stack this time. Again, if you want to join on Drafters next time, I queue up a draft against promo code Notorious for the $100 first match deposit bonus. So anyone in chat, if you want to talk about anything, let me know. We talk in the chat. It should be a fun time. Again, like I said, probably just around an hour or so. We're gonna be live streaming. Live stream for 2.5 hours, I think, last night. Having a fun time. Not too sure I'm gonna go live tomorrow before the game. Might go live on Sunday before the Dolphins game to talk about that. Very scary that the Dolphins have to play the Bills with fucking Skylar Thompson under center. But hey, sometimes things work. Sometimes things don't work out too well. So we shall see. We shall see. So we're waiting on one person to hit the start button. If not, we're just gonna have to wait another 22 seconds. Then we're gonna get on into things here. So should be a fun one yet again. All right. So again, I think we're gonna go with the Josh Allen stack right off the rip. The odds we get Stephon Diggs is pretty low. Again, while I'm rooting against the Bills with all of my might on Sunday, obviously we're trying to do a smart thing here. The Bills should probably beat the Dolphins. I don't necessarily think it's going to end up being a steamroll like a lot of people project, where the Dolphins are just going to get clapped by 30 points. But I do still think even if it is a closer game, Josh Allen ends up having a really good fantasy day. The only thing I'm worried about the Bills is like after this round when they have to go play the Bengals, like Josh Allen, his fantasy production has been good, but like are the Bills going to be good enough to win that game? I just don't know. I don't think the Bills are overrated because I think at the end of the day, any given Sunday, right, the Bills could take down the Bengals. The Bills could take down the Chiefs, right? But I honestly do think the Bengals and the Chiefs are the better teams over the Buffalo Bills, but we shall see what ends up happening. Should be a fun playoffs, like I said. I really do think that this is one of the most exciting, based upon what the bracket could be, this has got to be one of the most exciting playoffs we've seen in a while. Just so open on the NFC as well, or in the AFC. The NFC is kind of just chalk, right? We're gonna get either the Eagles or the Niners, in my opinion. So again, promo code Notorious for a $100 first match deposit bonus on Sto or not on Drafters. Promo code Notorious. So we went with Allen. After that was Pat Mahomes, Christian McCaffrey, Joe Shiesty, Jamar Chase, Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Justin Jefferson, George Kittle, Diggs. A lot of people drafting weird. I don't necessarily think this is how you should draft, but the Pat Mahomes Kelsey team going to be nasty there, obviously. So we already got our Buffalo guy. We got Josh Allen. There's no need to take fucking Gabe Davis with this pick. So we're going to go with Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith here. And then Buffalo would play Kansas City in the third round, I believe. Yeah, if Buffalo's play Kansas City, it would be in the divisional. So we can draft a KC player and hope to get 2 solid games out of them. And that's what we're going to do here and draft Jerick McKinnon. And then we're going to load up on Buffalo players, obviously, after this. So hopefully Gabe can come back to us. If not, I'm not really scoffing too hard at that. Definitely want Dawson Knox, though. So I'm going to try to get Gabe and Knox here. Then obviously we can still get guys like Devin Singletary, as well as James Cook are going to be pretty important as well. I really think that this is a pretty solid start to the draft because we got one piece of a team that I love in the Eagles. I really think the Eagles are a Super Bowl team. I think the Chiefs versus Buffalo Bills is very probable to be the AFC Championship game. So you're going to be getting 3 games out of Allen, 2 games out of Jerick McKinnon up to that point. And obviously, since we drafted Josh Allen, this draft is assuming that the Buffalo Bills make the Super Bowl, even though I have poo-pooed that scenario. I do think that is very plausible. So I think Josh Allen, Devontae Smith, Jerick McKinnon's a pretty solid start here, assuming we can get Gabe Davis and Dawson Knox. If we can't get Gabe Davis, I'm not too panicked. Gabe Davis has been shit recently. Maybe I say this now. I'm shitting on Gabe Davis, and then the guy uh, against the Dolphins just torches us and it makes me cry a little. But, it is what it is. Gabe Davis has not been the guy that I thought he was going to be this season. It's pretty disappointing, if I'm being completely honest with you. 6.9. Nice. 11.5. 9.6. 6.1. 9.5. It just hasn't been the year for Gabe Davis like I thought it was going to be. He had that 32-point game in week 5. Week 1, 18 points. It's like, oh, wow, Nick, you're right. Gabe Davis was this great player. And you know what? Next year, I'm probably still going to end up drafting him because he's so cheap. You can sprinkle him onto your team. But at the end of the day, he's that I'm going to be hinging heavily on in redraft leagues next year, right? Because you draft Gabe Davis, maybe he goes in the 7th, 8th round next year. You're still hoping that obviously you're assuming they don't draft another receiver. You're assuming they don't bring in another wide receiver. And then you're just kind of like, you know what? I'm gonna play this guy every once in a while. And if he ends up working out, then great. If not, it is what it is. That's kind of how I see things. Last guy went all Eagles. I think that is the best strategy to just go all with the one team. The problem with the Bills is that it's hard to get Bills where you go Allen and Diggs. So I got Allen, Davis, and Knox. I think that's pretty solid. Now, obviously, the first week, this guy's going to take a large hit, right? Because these guys don't play. Can't get points if you're on a bye week. So they're going to put up fat zeros. But if the Eagles make it all the way to the Super Bowl, and based upon how this guy's building, if the Eagles go up against the LA Chargers, this guy's going to be sitting pretty there. So when it comes to the other Eagles players, because again, we are building for Buffalo Eagles Super Bowl, we're going to have to go ahead and pin off some Eagles players that go a little bit later. Now, obviously, the Eagles aren't a team that runs super deep, right? With the Bengals, you can talk about, Trenton Irwin a little spicy. With the Bills, I like Cole Beasley. I like Khalil Shakir, that ass. I like, who's another guy off the top of my head? John Brown, right? There's a lot of guys late. Whereas with the Eagles, it's like, I like Gainwell, or I like Watkins. And those guys are fine. They could end up doing something, but they're not guys that I'm banging the drum aggressively for. I don't know what the hell. Maybe go all dark there. Of course, Devin Singletary and James taken right before me. Right? Fuck me. Right in the ass. I don't know why my TV is doing this. Back. I'll fix it though. I don't want to go all dark here. Fuck, man. This sucks. So we're gonna have to draft a player that I don't even like. God damn it, Bobby. Let's go Pollard. guess. No, I don't even think the Cowboys win this game. And then we'll go Isaiah McKenzie for Buffalo. Just get another guy. Even if Dallas goes one and done, we still needed that points for McKinnon. Sucks though that the Bills guys went, so now I'm gonna have to wait on Gainwell later. The Bills are a team that don't really ever commit to the run, but it still does suck though, as someone who was heavily hinging on the Buffalo Bills to make the Super Bowl for this lineup, not to be able to get either James Cook or Devin Singletary. This team has a lot of San Francisco players. This team has a bunch of Kansas City players, one Buffalo player. So I guess I get it. But at the end of the day, that that really hurts us here. That hurts us a ton. There are still some Bills guys we can snag though later as well. Right now we have one, two, three, four Bills. I think five would be the max. I don't really think Naheem Hines is going to end up doing anything. He is here. I just gotta return on the Wi-Fi on my television because that's why it's all fucked up. Welcome to this episode of How Fucked Up is Fucked Up. I don't think the Wi-Fi is working. Network. Your TV is currently not connected to the internet. Well, let's fix that. Yes. All right. So I think in terms of the late round Bills guys, I think Cole Beasley's the one I like the best, but I'm probably gonna end up drafting a lot more John Brown. I think Naheem Hines is fool's gold. Fool's gold. Oh, he scored 2 touchdowns last week. Like, what the fuck are the odds that he's gonna kick return a bunch of touchdowns again, right? There's like a 0% chance that ends up happening. 0 zilch percent chance. So we're at pick looking at the guys we have in our queue. 48 would just be way too early to take any of these guys. We already have a Dallas guy, and we have some Philly guys. So I guess loading up more on Dallas would make sense. I don't like Dallas at all to even win this game against Brady, but you never really know. You never really know. And then we're gonna get another one off here at tight end because I think Evan Ingram's a little sneaky to win week 1 and then somehow make it back his way into a solid game. So you don't have to always just stack 2 different teams, right? You want to sprinkle some other players as well, because obviously a big game from Evan Ingram could be the reason why this ends up winning, right? If Dawson Knox slumps week 1 against the Dolphins, then maybe magically we have a huge Evan Ingram game, and maybe Evan Ingram has 2 good back-to-back games, even though they get knocked out in the second round. That's kind of my thought process on these things in these drafts. Very interesting. Obviously, getting a lot of Buffalo Bills players is the key here, and then snagging Mr. Quez Watkins or Kenneth Gainwell would be clutch as well. Probably want to snag Gainwell to make sure that we have a running back in the Super Bowl, assuming that the Philadelphia Eagles make it there. Mark Andrews seems like a farce pick in the 9th round, if I'm being honest with you. Like I can see a path to the Dolphins somehow running the ball enough to win the game. I can see it. I think Mike McDaniel's a good enough coach to where maybe they can win with Skylar Thompson under center. Maybe. And maybe that's just being an optimistic Dolphins fan, but I don't think there's a scenario where you fucking play the scenarios out where the Ravens somehow backtrack, walk backwards into a into a win against the Cincinnati Bengals. Like, the Cincinnati Bengals are on fire. They just beat the Ravens. The Ravens are going to have most likely either Tyler Huntley or Anthony Brown under center. It's looking more likely that's going to be Anthony Brown. I mean, this is just the kind of a scenario where you get destroyed. And maybe I'm wrong. Again, this is a game. This is a division game. Division games are always tough. I took the Bengals -8. I think the Bengals -8 is one of the best bets on the weekend. It's one of my favorite. And I already made a video on that talking about that. I'm going to make a betting video next week, the week after, all the way up until the Super Bowl because I like betting and I think that it's interesting and maybe I can help you guys win some money as well. But this draft has gone pretty swimmingly, I would say. I mean, nothing crazy here. Like, I don't feel like we have just dominated this draft 50 Shades of Grey style, but I do think we're doing good. I could see this team somehow being good enough to make a splash early on. I think Seattle's a little sneaky as well. Like, if the lights are too bright for Brady, which would would it surprise anyone, right? This rookie, Mr. Irrelevant pick. Now, again, I like him. I think he's a good player. But would it be shocking if this guy somehow wasn't wasn't great in the playoffs? Like, the lights are too bright, you're Mr. Irrelevant, you played at Iowa State, you get to the playoffs, and you shit the bed. Now, again, am I saying that's a lock to happen? No. But would it surprise me if somehow the Seahawks at least kept that game close? Because a lot of projections I'm seeing is that the 49ers are going to decimate, destroy the Seattle Seahawks. So I'm just not too sure that's what's going to end up happening. So we got one, a two, a three, four. Wait, hold up. One, two, three, four Buffalo players, five Buffalo players. One, two Philly players. So I think we're looking good here. I think this is looking good. We're just gonna need one more one-off player here. Might go with Jeff Wilson. Honestly, again, I don't think that the problem is we have Josh Allen. So I'm guaranteeing basically that if this lineup works, that Jeff Wilson gets knocked out in the first round. So I don't know if that's necessarily the play. Could go a quarterback, like just Danny Dimes, and maybe Danny Dimes wins a couple of games. Could go a one-off receiver as well. Ooh, this is tough. This is tough. I just think the Dolphins are going to really look to jam the ball down the throat of the Buffalo Bills. But the problem is, again, this lineup is assuming that the Bills win. So like, basically, it's a guarantee that Jeff Wilson gets knocked out. So maybe we want to hop on the Rashad White train. We already got one Dallas. We got two Dallas players, though, and they're playing each other. I don't think Baltimore's going to upset, but maybe Dobbins goes crazy in that game and it doesn't matter. Fuck. This is the problem with the last round. There really isn't that great of talent here. Or we could just go another receiver. Snag the boy Isaiah Hodgins. Maybe he goes crazy this week. He cracks the lineup. Our receiving core isn't amazing. So I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're just going to go Hodgins. Or I'm Rick James, bitch. I wonder who I've drafted more of, Slayton or Hodgins, because I like them both. No, Hodgins or Richie James. I like them both a lot. I don't really have any Slayton, but I just think Slayton's kind of the number three guy there. Like, I really do have a pretty strong belief that Hodgins and James are like kind of 1A, 1B, and then Slayton's like the three. Slayton does have big play upside, though, so I'm not trying to dump all over Darius Slayton, but we shall see here. We're going to just go with one of these Giants receivers and then skedaddle out of here. I'm going to pull up my lineup from last year that finished quite well so we can kind of talk through Richie James goes. So we're going to go. Hodgins gets taken, of course. Speak too soon here. Maybe we can just run Dallas. Maybe somehow makes the Super Bowl. Let's go fucking T.Y. Hilton. That team is pretty all right, I would say. All right, let's go to my teams. There's a way to view the past, the history. Um, oh, dude, I got dumpstered in the expert league last year. Absolutely dumpstered on. Where's the playoffs? NFL playoffs. Here you go. This was my good team from last year. It was I came in 67th, I think it said. Yeah, 67th. I had Stafford, Joe Burrow, Mixon, Michelle, Foreman, who didn't even make the playoffs, I don't think. Cooper Kupp, Jamar Chase, Van Jefferson, Cyril Grayson, Uzama, Higbee, and Renfro. The winner, Eagles, a guy that I know. He's a real nice guy. He finished in first for that fat 10K. He had Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Joe Mixon, Devin Singletary, Tony Pollard. So he had all Bengals. All the important Bengals he had. They made it to the Super Bowl. That's how he won. Second place, I think, was 3K. I don't remember. I felt like my team was live to win last year. It didn't end up winning, but 2.5K. Burrow, Allen, Mixon, Akers, Dillon. So this team was solid too. All right. So let's run it back turbo. Let's go again. We're doing the $3. I am going to do another $20 draft. Like there's only 6,000 people in it out of 11,000, which means there's overlay, meaning the likelihood that you finish well is much higher because obviously it won't fill. This is going to fill, but I want to make sure I get a couple more entries in here before this ends up filling. So let's rock with it. Let's rock with it. The draft begins again. If anyone wants to hop in these drafts, promo code Notorious on Drafters gets you a $100 first match deposit bonus of up to $100. All right, let me tweet out this stream. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Tweet this shit out. Please make sure you like the stream. There's 9 watching, only 7 likes. How rude. I'm only kidding. If you From the bottom of my heart, Feliz Navidad. Do. All right. Live drafting playoff best ball teams at Drafters Fantasy Sports, and then tweet the link. If anyone has any questions about the playoffs or anything, just let me know. We're going to talk through the playoffs and everything. All right, tweeted it out. Follow me on Twitter at Notorious FNTSY. It's on the screen here. Let's see here. I do like this view better. Oh shit, it's my pick. All right, so Allen went 1. Pretty easy to just go Mahomes here. Pretty easy. You don't have to think too much about it. Go Mahomes. So I like this view a ton. The problem is I can't move myself off of where it's sitting. So I'm just stuck on top of the players. And that does not look great for what we're doing here. So we're going to move that. And then go back to this view. So the hope, I was going to say the hope is that we somehow get Kelsey. We don't. Not necessarily shocked about that, though. So I'm not going to complain there. Last night I was getting a little bit triggered doing these fucking drafts. People were sniping me left and right. It was getting a little frustrating. But today is not that day. So Joe Shiesty, Jamar Chase is an excellent start. So we're gonna load up the Kansas City guys, load up the hits, play the hits, as they would say. McKinnon, Juju, Pacheco, Tony. Tony seems like fool's gold, but you never know. He could end up hitting. You never know. The AJ Brown or the Jalen Hurts guy's gonna be pissed that AJ Brown just got taken. One spot ahead he is just a tough scene. And this guy takes Diggs. This guy takes Kittle. He's going for the Niners stack. The Niners stack. So we're gonna snag McKinnon here. There's no way Higgins falls back to this guy. I think Higgins might be the optimal play here because we get Bengals, KC Bengals AFC Championship. I think that's the best play here. Let's do it. So KC Bengals AFC Championship, and then we're gonna try to onslaught the rest of the Chiefs. So we're gonna hope that the boy comes back to us. We could even go double KC running back. I think that'd be pretty interesting. Unless Pacheco already went, but there's really no reason why someone would have drafted Pacheco. So you go double KC running backs. You hope in the Super Bowl Mahomes throws one to McKinnon, and then Pacheco runs one in maybe, and you just get this crazy Super Bowl because that's kind of the ways you have to think when you're doing these drafts, right? You're drafting a story, a picture painted by your brain, a weird story that could end up working out, right? That's the story you are painting here. And that's hopefully what we end up falling ass backwards into the perfect story. And we'll see if that ends up happening, obviously. These are things that some people will follow like from week to week. I think, to be honest with you, until the AFC Championship, just staring at the leaderboards here is a little crazy, right? Staring like, ooh, how am I looking, right? Because in reality, oh no. Oh, this man goes Purdy when he already has Burrow. That's a tough look right there. Tough look right there. The guy sitting with McCaffrey, Kittle, and Debo Samuel probably isn't super happy, I would think. Probably not the happiest. Let's see here. All right, so hopefully this guy doesn't bend me over the table here and take Juju. Thank you, sir. Um, I'm going Goddard if he comes back. 100%. 100% going Goddard. 100% Goddard. Yeah, we're going Goddard. We're going Goddard. This Hurts guy hasn't even drafted another Philly player. Like, I just don't get it. All right, so we got 3 guys on bye on KC. We still probably need at least another KC guy. And then we're gonna have to draft another quarterback. I think we might want to do Chiefs Bucks Super Bowl. I really think the Bucks are going to go further than people think. Maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe I'm just hazed by the fact that Tom Brady's Tom Brady. But I want to. I'm not gonna pull the tweet up on the screen. I'm just gonna read it. I'm just gonna read it to you right now. So Tom Brady, since 2013, has won a Super Bowl every other year. 2013 to 2014 was Seattle. The next year was New England. Then Denver. Then New England. Then Philly. Then you guessed it, New England. Then Kansas City. Then Tampa. Last year, LA. Who's it going to be this year? Now, again, obviously, I don't want Tom Brady to win the fucking Super Bowl again. That would piss me off. But would it somehow surprise me if Tom Brady crawled his way to a little Super Bowl for old man Tom? It wouldn't surprise me. Not even one bit. Not even one bit. So I think here we're gonna want someone took Pacheco already. We're gonna want to go Bucks. Unless we snag Boyd. Fuck. What do we want to do here? I kind of want to go Boyd. I don't know why the Burrow guy didn't go Boyd. Little weird. Little weird. I want Boyd, but again, he's not gonna help me in the Super Bowl. So I might just have to go Tony and then a Bucks player. That's what we're gonna do. Tony. There he is, Tony. We're gonna go. We're gonna go Godwin. Let's pray to the football gods above that Godwin falls to us. Streaming for almost 30 minutes at this point, having a fun time. This cock took Godwin, but it's okay. We're going Evans. Bang. All right. I'm gonna hope to get Tom. Hope to get Uncle Lenny. And then I guess we'll sprinkle Cade Otton. Super Bowl Otton, baby. Playoff Lenny. Everyone remembers Lenny was shit in the regular season. You remember playoff Lenny from a couple of years ago? He comes alive in the playoffs. I'm pretty sure he gained some weight. The jokes about Leonard Fournette to start the season were hilarious. This guy's team is dead. Dead as it gets. Leonard Fournette was like, what were they saying about him? It was so funny. Because he came into camp, like, I think they said like 10, 15 pounds overweight. And everyone was joking how he's like Eddie Lacy and stuff. It was super funny. It was very funny. Shout out to all 9 of you guys watching right now. I really appreciate that. Boyd gets sniped from the Kansas City, or from that guy. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 guys from Kansas City. we're gonna need another, and then we're just gonna pray that the Super Bowl, if Kansas City makes it, just goes bananas, banana lands. Somehow, this is what takes us over top. And then we're just gonna load up on because we need guys that are gonna play this round. That's very important to get points because we can't just come out of wild card weekend with no points. Then we're fucked. Then we're screwed. I already bet on the Bucks. I really do like the Bucks. How about them Bucks? Did someone draft Brady? No one better draft Brady, right? No reason for this guy to draft Brady. No reason. No reason for anyone to draft Brady. No reason. I actually think the Giants could end up making it far in the playoffs as well. Daniel Jones isn't the greatest, but like if they just keep running the ball, he's not making as many. He's not turning the ball over as much. I don't know, like if he doesn't make some mistakes, like there's a way that they fall ass backwards into a win or two, especially because they're playing the Vikings week 1. I've seen some people talking about how the Eagles are one and done. After the year that the Eagles have had, if they go one and done, that is a disaster. Complete disaster. This guy's gonna be pissed I took Brady, but I don't give a damn. I don't give a fuck. I don't. I want to sprinkle ETN as well. ETN and Lenny potentially. ETN and Lenny. Hopefully Lenny comes back, but he might not. Probably just gonna. Oh, I love fantasy. This guy takes fucking ETN. I'm gonna end stream. I'm not gonna actually. Oh, thank God. Thank Lord above. That would have been funny. That would have been funny. I honestly think next year when I do a lot of best ball drafts. I did them on stream last year. I think I'm gonna try to do all of my drafts on stream because getting sniped and shit is just so funny. So funny. A lot of Dolphins fans that I follow on Twitter are all at this place called Bar Bill in Buffalo, eating these wings that look fucking amazing. Knew I should have went to Buffalo, man, but I couldn't have done it. Couldn't have went to Buffalo to watch the Dolphins. Like if Tua was playing, I would have happily paid the 250 a ticket that it is to go. But with the Dolphins starting Skyler, you don't want to go to the game and cry. Don't want to be sad. And plus, I would need to go with some other dudes because you don't want to get the shit beat out of you by a bunch of Bills fans wearing a Dolphin shirt. You know. Oh la la la. Um, Definitely gonna sprinkle some Cade Otton on this team. We got enough Philly guys where realistically we got one Philly guy. Shit, what were we thinking here? Think of Rashad. Let's go Rashad before he gets sniped from us. And I don't think we're gonna go K dot in here. I think we can wait, but maybe not. Chance he gets picked before we go again. Then we definitely need another receiver. We got some receivers on bye. Maybe Quez, but Quez is on bye, making this even harder. How many one-offs do we got? So we got KC, Tampa, KC, Jackson. So we got 1, 2, 3 one-offs. All right, so let's just go Quez here. How many tight ends does everyone have? 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 0. So that guy's gonna take one. So let's just hope he doesn't. He's probably wasn't gonna take Otten, but I just want to be safe. Don't want to get screwed over here. Don't want to get screwed over here. We'll probably just have to take another one off here. Or another KC player. 1, 2, 3, 4 KC players. Let's draft Justin Watson. Justin Watson just falling into the end zone in the Super Bowl would be the most Cade Otton, or not the most Cade Otton thing, the most Justin Watson thing ever. It'd be very funny. Alrighty. I think we'll do at least one more after this. At least one more. We've been streaming for 35 minutes. Got to get at least an hour. Can't be messing around with just a 40-minute stream, you know? Got to go for at least an hour. At least an hour. Ooh la la la. So we got to hope Evans and Higgins do work this week. Got to hope Otton does something. And then we got ETN White playing. So this team's looking solid. Looking decent enough. So let's actually back out here, go to the lobby, and queue into another one. Ah, shit. Let's just, I guess, wait. Let's go Watson. I definitely could have gotten Otton, by the way. I don't know why I took him there. I could have gotten someone better, but it is what it is. It's like this new animation they added. Looks all fancy. All right, so back to drafters. Shit. It's going to make me sign in. Let me just remove this real quick. Got to sign back in. And then we're going to do at least one more draft, depending on how much time we have here. How many people are here, right? To be honest. I don't know what my password is. That's why I think it's it. Oh, that was it. We are in. Crack the mainframe. We got $5 left, so we're gonna have to deposit again. That's no biggie though. That is no worry. Have to deposit again. Trying to do as many as possible. It'll tell us how many we've done in the next draft. It's almost full. So there's not really many more we're going to be able to do anyways. If you guys want to sign up on Drafters, if you're new, promo code Notorious. When you sign up, we'll give you a $100 first match deposit bonus on Drafters. So you deposit $100, you'll receive $100 insight credit after you deposit your 100. If you go with $50, you'll get the 100% deposit bonus after that. So that'll be $50 extra dollars. Let's see here. All right, so we've done 12 of these. The first 2 to 3 I did were before the playoffs, or before the playoffs technically were set. So I drafted Rodgers on those teams. Rodgers obviously does not end up making the playoffs, so that kind of sucks. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. So we've got 12 rounds here to make the best of it. We're at the 4-hole. Please, Lord, baby Jesus himself. We're going for the Joe Shiesty, Jamar Chase stack. If any of you guys are in here with me, should be a fun draft. All these drafts are really fun. Sucks that the playoffs start tomorrow because while I'm excited to watch the playoffs, I realistically wish I had more time to have done these. Now, obviously, I guess I could have just sat around all day doing these, but it's not really my MO, you know? It's not what I'm trying to do. All right, so this is good, though, because we have been in the 1 or 2 hole the last 2 drafts, so this will be a little bit different. I also think McCaffrey's pretty interesting as like the first couple of picks because, again, while Big Cock Brock Purdy might end up choking it all away, I think the 49ers could easily make it to the Super Bowl. I am wearing red yet again. I was wearing red last night as well. It's a different sweatshirt. The one I was wearing last night was Champion. This is a Nike sweatshirt. I have a lot of Nike sweatshirts. My think they're the most comfortable. They're super fucking expensive though, which is annoying. It's like getting one of these like $60. Wonder how cold it is in New Jersey right now. 'Cause it was brick when I went outside with my girlfriend earlier. 36 degrees. It's supposed to snow next Sunday. Love that. Love that. So apparently, if the Chiefs versus not Chiefs Bengals, Chiefs Bills will be played in Atlanta, like that's cool and all. Like if the Chiefs play the Bills in the AFC Championship, oh, it's in a dome, it's going to be high scoring. Well, that's lame because I like the games that are impacted by the elements. I think the fact that the Chiefs get all drunk and rowdy, it's cold as shit, they're screaming, it's loud. I think that's fun. I think in Buffalo, you go, it could snow. Like the Dolphins versus Bills game, there's snowballs being pelted at each other. That's fun. That's fun. And that kind of gets ruined by the fact that this is how it goes. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I guess I'll be happy to watch the game if that's what it is, right? I last year I had I think $500 on the Bills to beat the Chiefs in that game. Obviously that lost, but then I won it all back next week on the boy Joe Shiesty over the Chiefs. I had that bet, but tough, tough, tough. I go with Jamar Chase, so Burrow gets taken. I inevitably have to just go fuck myself. You just hate to see that. You really do. You really do. And then this guy next to me gets the Mahomes Kelsey stack, and I get screwed. And I get screwed. Um, really nothing to do here. Let's just give a big fu to this Burrow guy and draft fucking Higgins. Fuck you for drafting Joe Burrow. You can't have the Cincy stack now, pal. What is this? What is this? You have Jalen Hurts, so you get the perfect layup, like D Wade to LeBron, and you draft Saquon over Stephon Diggs. What? You draft Stephon Diggs over AJ Brown. It's the type of shit that pisses me off. I don't think most people understand what you're supposed to actually do. This team's just dead, though. We're dead early. Dead early. We're just taking all the Bengals. I really don't give a shit. Even if I don't have Joe Burrow, the Bengals make the Super Bowl, our team's going to be live. And this guy that drafted Joe Burrow can go F himself. The rare Brock Purdy second round pick. Love to see it. Love to see it. We are going to have to deposit before we play again. And then this guy is going to fall ass backwards into A.J. Brown after completely screwing the pooch. Okay, never mind. Please draft Devontae Smith. Don't be dumb. Draft Devontae Smith. Please. If this guy takes Mixon, I'm just... okay, thank you. I'm taking Mixon. I don't give a damn that I don't have the quarterback. Don't give a shit. This draft was too stupid for that. And then we're just gonna go with the Brady stack. We're gonna go Brady and Daniel Jones. We're gonna do something a little different this time. Two quarterbacks with the same division or in the same thing, and then maybe just maybe they play up against the Bengals, and I have all the Bengals. There's no other Bengals, right? No, there's one more. Let's get the whole squad. The whole Bengals squad. So if the Bengals somehow fall into the Super Bowl, I got it. This guy, Stone Sour Diesel, playing with me. Playing with my heart. I might be done after this draft, to be honest, on stream, but we'll see. We will see. I am pretty hungry. The rare McKinnon Checo draft. That is what we were talking about earlier, though. All right. So let's get Hayden Hurst later too. All right, so let's get Godwin. Godwin, Mike Evans. Whopper. Double, triple. Dude, that song from that they play during the commercial for Burger King is implanted into my dome from watching football all this year. At BK, have it your way. Just a guy that has no idea what he's doing. Not a clue in the world. Not a clue in the world. Oh, Godwin. No thoughts. That meme is so funny. It's no thoughts. All right. BK. Let's see here. Pollard, Cook. How close is this to filling? We might want to do one more, I guess. Lobby. 9,200 out of 9,336. So again, if you guys want to join, it's a $3 draft, 5K up top, 5,000 a first. Just $3 to enter. If you deposit $100, you receive a $100 first match deposit bonus. So if you want to join the site, now's the time to do it. Code Notorious. All right, this team could actually be this team could be goaded with the sauce if this ends up working. If this ends up working, this team could be goaded with the sauce. Low key goaded with the sauce. This would be all time if we can get Brady here. I'm trying to see if there's any tweets, any interesting tweets. So according to PFF Power Rankings, most likely to win the AFC, Chiefs 43%, Bills 24%, Bengals 18%. Man, people are really sleeping on the Bengals. I'm not even a Bengals fan. People are just sleep at the wheel. This is the kind of team that just really grinds my gears. Just a Brock Purdy McCaffrey team. It's crazy. Alrighty. Let's get Tom, baby. Let's get Tampa Bay Tom Brady. Tampa Bay Tom Brady. Bang! All right. If we somehow get Bengals Bucks, I guess not having Joe Burrow might be the death of us, but I think we're gonna be fine. We don't have Burrow. We can snag P Ryan later. Maybe we get Hayden Hurst on the swing. This team is that's what happens. We're gonna be sitting mighty fine. Sitting pretty, as they say. This guy drafted Burrow and then never made a move to get I understand, oh, I sniped them on Chase and Higgins. But why did he not draft Boyd? Why is he not reaching for P Ryan? Why is he not taking Hayden Hurst? I just don't understand. I do not understand. Well, we already have Mixon, so I guess P Ryan's kind of useless. So now we just got to get more Bucks players. There aren't too many more that I like. And I think we're gonna snag Danny Dimes, so I guess we'll get some Giants players as well. New York. Hodgins, James, Slayton would be the order for that. And then we're probably getting out of here after this draft, to be honest. Problem is we didn't hit an hour, and I really was trying to get an hour. So we might have to do a couple more. I'm gonna have to deposit right now, so we'll do one more after this. What's the minimum deposit? I think it's $10. How many? Wait, hold up. Are these just $3 or $3? $12 in my account. Let's see here. Kate Otten sniping me on the Otten man, but it doesn't really matter too much because I probably wasn't going to take him either at this spot. But I do definitely want to get Danny Dimes. Daniel Dimes. Throw it on a dime like I ain't even trying. Did y'all know that Archie Manning's name is Archibald? I mean, maybe I'm just an idiot for not knowing that Archie is short for Archibald. Well, come on, man. Can't be naming your kid fucking Archibald. Archibald Manning. Just a funny name. Real funny name. All right. I mean, what are really the odds here that one of these main receivers from New York doesn't fall to me in the 11th? Oh, how kind. $12 has been deposited into my account. Exactly what I was trying to do. Maybe if I wake up early tomorrow, I could fire off some more drafts on a stream, but I don't want to promise you that. Don't want to promise anything because it ain't a guarantee. It ain't a guarantee. Let's just queue into the other one now while we're doing this one. Please don't make me sign in again. Okay. Just gonna do one more. $3. And then I guess technically if there's another draft, I guess join that other one. Because I do want to get as many of these in as possible before it fills. Q. Definitely got. I kind of want to go Hodgins over James, but I like both of them enough to where I don't think it's really. I think James might be better than Hodgins. I don't know. They're really 1A, 1B on the team. Hopefully, we can maybe get both. If not, we could just draft Russell Gage. So let's go Richie James this time. I'm Richie James, bitch. How many Tampa guys we got? 3 Tampa guys. I mean, realistically, we should be fine to just grab another giant. One more giant. This one, it's 5 other people to join. 5 more players. Let's go. Llama, red pajama. Let's hope the other one starts soon because I don't want to be waiting too long. And then let's go Hodgins. Bang. 2271, baby. Now we just need one more. How many more guys do we need in here? Guys or gals? 2 more. 2 more to fill. We'll get on out of here. I'm sorry for doing that multiple times. Oh, draft starting. So let's refresh. Let's refresh. Let us refresh. Pre-draft. What pick ring you got? Here we go. The 5 spot. All right. All right. So anyone not on drafters, if you want to join something that's free, NFL, what up here? NFL playoff contest on NFL Fantasy. Winner of this contest is going to receive $25 Amazon gift card. Let's pull it up here. Let's see. So what we gotta do is go to the group. I don't know how many people are in. Last year we had 150. This year we got 62, so not too shabby. I'm going to send the link in here. It's the NFL Playoff Challenge on NFL Fantasy. It's free. $25 Amazon card to whoever wins. 62 users in right now. It's called Notorious Fantasy. You go to the group page, you can search that, or you can just pull it up this way. I'll send it in chat. That's the best way to join. All right. Let's do this draft and then head off to bed. Because I am schlumped. One more time, we gotta set it so free. All right. Josh Allen, number 1. Nothing that out of the ordinary here. And let's see who goes before us. And we will skedaddle. It's been around an hour here on this luxurious live stream. McCaffrey. Maybe we can be the douchebag that somehow gets Chase and Burrow. I would be ecstatic if we could secure the bag like that. Ecstatic. Come on. Let's get Chase and then hope Burrow falls. If this guy takes Burrow after I take Chase, I'm going to be so frustrated. Please. And I'm just going to take Higgins again if that guy didn't take Higgins. I think that might be the best way to do things here. So we're going to go Chase. Don't be a schmuck. Come on. Go Hurts AJ Brown. Hurts AJ Brown. It's really simple. Don't have to think too much about it. Love to see it, man. You just love to see it. That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. Taking Burrow and then taking Diggs, man. That's what it's all about. Damn it. You hate to see it. You really do. Mega tough scene here. And this guy takes AJ Brown, which I expect. So maybe we can get Devontae Smith. Hopefully. Praying to the sun god above that we can get Devontae Smith. Please, Mr. Devontae Smith, come back to me. All right. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. McKinnon. No one seems to be correlating at all. Devontae Smith's going to get taken. I can already tell. I already know. Maybe I can get T Higgins. And then just draft a bunch of Philly randos and hope to like football gods that they score a bunch of points and we can win. Somehow win. Come on, baby. This guy's going big cock Brock 100%. Oh, this guy next to me is getting Higgins and Mixon. It's pretty solid for him. Pretty solid. Assuming one of these guys doesn't take Devontae Smith, which they do. Going with 3 different teams to start off your draft. That makes a lot of sense, man. That makes a lot of sense. I think we're gonna go Mixon because Mixon isn't correlated with or we can go God and Sanders. Let's do the sensical play here and go Goddard and Sanders. Then this guy can get the Bengals guys that he wants. We'll be nice to him. There we go. Nice play. I get the Eagles guys. He gets the Bengals guys. Don't worry. I'm still gonna be hunting for Hayden Hurst and Trenton Irwin and all those fellas. So Hayden Hurst, we're gonna bookmark his ass. We're gonna bookmark Samaje Piran. Then we're gonna need a guy to just fill in for Sanders, Hurts, and all that. So we're gonna need maybe this is the Trevor Lawrence draft because I think Trevor Lawrence is sneaky. Sneaky Trevor Lawrence. That's up, Spock. How you doing, man? Sneaky Trevor Lawrence, and then we get a bunch of Jags guys. Kirk. Who's the other guy? Where's Zay Jones? We could go Boyd, low key. Low key could go Boyd. All right. Could go Boyd. Could go Boyd. Gonna go Boyd. I'm also building the Cincinnati Super Bowl. So I don't feel too bad about that. Don't feel too bad about that. And now we're just in the range of like. All right, this guy's just fucking around. Clearly, he does not want the Cincinnati stack. He does not want the Cincinnati stack. He simply doesn't. Because if he did, he would have drafted it. If he did, he would have drafted it. Damn. Ooh, it's snowing over by you. Very nice. Going skiing / snowboarding, you said. I've never been skiing or snowboarding. I am too much of a pussy to do either of those things. But I do enjoy a nice what's it called? Where you like tubing. Tubing is fun. I'm just too much of an idiot to control. Ooh, maybe we go ETN actually. Get on in on some ETN. Let's go ETN. Perfect place if you if you have to leave them there. I have a ton of Eagles. I am worried about the Niners. Niners have that defense. I am also worried about the Niners. But the only thing that is really holding me back from the Niners is I do think in the back of my head there is a chance that the Niners just like Brock Purdy, the lights are on way too much and he just shits the bed. Like maybe the lights are way too bright for Brock Purdy and it just all comes crashing down. Now maybe that's wrong. stupid thing to think because of Brock Purdy has legitimately looked like one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL recently. But I do think if there's a narrative against the 49ers, it is that the lights are too bright for Brock Purdy and he struggles. We'll see if that actually ends up coming to fruition. It probably won't. It's always how it goes. You think one thing will happen, it goes the opposite way, but we'll see. We need some other Philly guys though here. Try to get Quez. Well, that's good. At least he's a good guy. All right. Round 8. How close is this to filling on drafters? Let's see. Let us see. Refresh. Let's see how many more of these we should do. All right, so this is at 9,258 out of 9,331. So realistically, we might be able to get two more in. Two more in before this all closes. I don't do either. I grew up surfing and skateboarding. I hate the people at ski resorts. I go to the casinos while I snowboard. That makes sense. More of a casino guy myself, anyways. Um, I wish I was good at surfing or skateboarding. I've always wished I was able to do both of those. I do like boogie boarding though. It's a little easier. But yeah, surfing would be sick to be able to do. Or skateboarding. Fucking Tony Hawk over here. Captain Spock, aka Tony Hawk. This guy drafts Christian Kirk because screw. Because screw me. That's why. Someone take Zay Jones as well. Okay, I didn't. We're going Zay Jones. We're gonna go Quez. Yep, hang out in the sports book too. Make some Super Bowl bets. Love that. Love that. That's nice. Hope you have a good time. It's always nice to get out. Let's see here. Let's go Quez. We don't have all the Eagles pieces, but like Hurst, Goddard, Quez. That is possible that they do decent enough to get me there. Then maybe AJ Brown, Devontae Smith go silent like the night of that Christmas song. We have a great day out of him. So I'm gonna join another one while this one's going. Uh 9,262 out of 9,336. Again, if you want to join and you're never deposited on drafters, promo code Notorious gets you a $100 first match deposit bonus of up to $100. Helps me out a ton. If you do it, if you don't feel like doing it, it's okay too. I'm not going to judge you. Not going to judge. Might also sprinkle Kenneth Walker in here, maybe, because I do think that even though the 49ers have a good run defense, we could see Walker play decent. It is going to rain. Probably need more receivers, though. But we do need another running back because at the end of the day, we only have two, and one of them is on bye. So we're hinging heavily on ETN having a big day. And then if one of these wide receivers slips up, then we're probably fucked here. So might want to lean with Walker or Jeff Wilson. I think the Dolphins are going to look to run pretty heavily. So I think Jeff Wilson going to have a pretty solid game. But I think we're going to go Walker instead. No, but Walker will play the Eagles in the second round. So let's just go Jeff Wilson because we have nothing on the Buffalo side. Maybe somehow the Dolphins upset the Bills in this case. Now, again, every single of these drafts I'm doing, I'm kind of just telling a different story on how things are going to go. Now, I don't necessarily think the Eagles are going to play the Jaguars in the Super Bowl. I think that would be pretty outlandish. But if that is what is going to happen, then I'm going to end up sitting pretty. And then if Cincinnati makes it as well, I'm going to be pretty happy. So I think Philly Cincinnati is pretty possible. So could be a very solid situation for us to be in. And then I think we're gonna just sprinkle another one off here. Just gonna grab, I think, a giant probably just to get some extra points early on here. Let's go Hodgins. Bang. All right, pre-draft on this other draft we joined. So ready in another one. Getting it ready to roll. Oh, my shoulders killing me. Let's go Mahomes this time. Oh man. All right, how close are we to filling now? 9,271. I'm gonna wait until a little bit into this one to reserve another one because I don't want to get to the point where I'm at the beginning of two. From Monday to Friday, cheaper. That makes sense. Yeah, the weekend, whenever you go anywhere on the weekend, it's pretty pricey. So that makes sense. Hope you have fun, Spock. Look at everyone getting their stacks. How pretty. How pretty. We got KC. Could go KC Philly. I think that's what we're gonna do. KC Philly Super Bowl. I hope we get Jarek on the way back. The way back. I'll watch Tampa Bay get their ass kicked at the sportsbook on Monday night. Uh, I think that game's pretty close. I want to see. Fuck, we got sniped on McKinnon. I would love to see the uh the Bucks win because it's just making fun like the Cowboys fans that are every year saying this is our year, this, that, and the other thing, and then they lose. To me, it's just always hilarious. Just super funny. Just all that talk just to get fucking schmacked up. It's always funny to me. It's always funny. But yeah, I do think realistically Dallas is a much better team than Tampa on paper. This guy is just drafting drafted dead here. He's got the Kelsey, Diggs, Jefferson, T. Higgins team. That makes a lot of sense. Let's see here. And then this guy drafts a Philly guy before me. Cock. I just want to draft Pacheco here to keep it safe. Ayuk, Allen, Boyd. Actually, let's go Eckler. Let's go Eckler. Eckler's a nice one-off piece. He's probably going to do pretty well this week. Well, I can't shake Tom waking up and going a round or two, even though they are not playing well. He has a reason. Yeah, they have good pieces in Tampa. Like it wouldn't really surprise me if they somehow walked backwards, ass backwards into a couple of games. The NFC is pretty soft outside of uh the NFC is pretty soft outside of obviously those big teams. So I think there's definitely a way like Tampa could somehow get there. Again, I'm not really rooting for Tom, but I do think it's just always funny to me when Dallas loses, like in the first round. Like it's so funny. Like last year when against the 49ers when they ran a what was that? Like where it was like a designed run play for Dak. Like what are you doing? What are you doing? I don't know. I think it would be kind of exciting to see Dallas lose again. We love a Dallas loss. That's a fact. Everyone loves a nice Dallas loss. Except for Dallas fans, of course. It'd be very funny. I do think there is going to be an upset on Sunday. It's going to be very hard to see all those games played and there's no upset. I'm hoping the Giants beat the Vikings, to be honest with you. The Vikings are like the most fraudulent team I've ever seen make it this far in the playoff or like be a team that everyone like I should obviously a lot of people that know football know that the Vikings are frauds, but like just looking at a team that has that many wins, they're winning all these one score games, and eventually it's going to come back to bite you, right? They beat the Giants by 3 on a field goal late in the game. They beat the Buffalo Bills by a crazy fumble. So much crazy stuff happened, and it's like you just never know. Like eventually that luck's going to turn on you. Will it be this week against the Giants? Maybe, maybe not, but their demise is coming soon. I promise you that. This is not going to be some pretty story where they end up coming out of here victorious. I really don't think so. Um, shit. Should we go Buffalo? Damn, man. We don't have a lot of pieces here. Let's just go with Tyreek because Tyreek could have a good game against the Bills, even if he's just a one-off here. Because we need receivers. We need bodies for week 1 when we have all these Kansas City and Philly players here. So Goddard already went. We probably need. Okay. Let's just load up another Philly player. Philly quiz. Go back. Giants are at full strength. Yeah, that's crazy. That it's funny. You sit your starters, you're fully healthy. You play your starters, and then you end up with what's his name, Mike Williams, who can't even play next week or this week or for next week. He's out 2 to 3 weeks. It's crazy how those things go. Maybe you shouldn't just run your starters out there like a bunch of idiots. I could get Brady, but this guy already has Evans and stuff, so we're not going to do that. Guess we're just going to sprinkle in other players. We could just go Danny. Let's just go dimes here. Danny, throw it on a dime. Like I ain't even trying. Snag some Giants guys. We get a little lucky with the Giants here, winning a couple games. I haven't drafted any Vikings. So if the Vikings end up if I end up being wrong and the Vikings end up being this great team, then I guess I am going to look like an idiot. But all right, this contest is almost full. There is 36 more spots left. So let's join another one. Then we might join another one after that. All right. Let's see here. So we need a tight end. We don't have a single fucking tight end. Let's go Evan Ingram. I like Vontez Burfict more than Brady. Oh, that's fucked up, man. Very excited for Sunday. I also love the playoff weekends. I'm excited for Sunday. I'm excited to watch the Dolphins hopefully win a game. They're not going to. But Dolphins have made the playoffs since 2016, junior year of my high school. So seeing them make it again, all it took was me to graduate college. We get to go to the playoffs again. Hopefully something crazy happens. So I won't say that this is a guaranteed loss. Like the Dolphins are guaranteed to lose. So my other draft started, so we're gonna have to hop on that one too. So how this works is on this site, Drafters, sponsor of today's stream. Basically, you have a quarterback, a running back, 2 wide receivers, and a tight end. But my strategy on here is just to load up on 2 teams depending on the draft. So this draft, we loaded up on the Chiefs. We sprinkled in some Philly guys, and then we're to go with the Giants as the other team, and maybe somehow those are the teams that meet in the Super Bowl. Obviously, it's unlikely that the Giants end up falling into the Super Bowl, but you never know. You never know. So that's kind of what we're doing here, just loading up on the teams that I think are going to make it to the Super Bowl, depending on the draft. Because obviously, my Super Bowl pick is Bengals versus Eagles, but every draft, I'm not just going to fall into the Bengals versus Eagles stack. All right, this one we're at the 6 hole. So we're at the end. There's a couple of different strategies that you can use in these drafts. So we're one away. Hopefully my computer doesn't shit the bed here so we can go back. There's a couple different techniques you can use. You can go with the complete and utter onslaught of a team where you go super deep on 2 teams, or you can go 1 team and then kind of try to get maybe 2 other teams. So if you go with for instance, you go with the Chiefs, then maybe you go some Eagles, some Bucks, or some Dallas, some Vikings, right? And you do that. Those are kind of the 2 techniques. I think just drafting all players from the same or from different teams is not the way to do it. Like if you're just drafting a bunch of different mini like two stacks. That's never gonna work, in my opinion. Now maybe it does. Maybe it does. What up, my dog? Hope all is well. What's up, Ben? I'm doing well, man. Hope you're doing well as well. Super Bowl will be Chargers Bucks. That'd be very funny if that was the case. I don't think that is going to happen. I think the Bucks are more likely to make it though than the Chargers. Chargers seem like the fact that Mike Williams is already hurt is going to severely damage what could have been a potential run at things. I really do think that. I think not having Mike Williams. I've seen people on Twitter talking about Mike Williams like he's some fucking schlub who's not any good. I got to pick in the other draft. I'm just doing it on my phone. I picked Richie James. I'm Richie James, bitch. It'd be funny if the Bolts made it through some crazy gauntlet of the AFC. Well, the thing is, if the Chargers beat the Jaguars, I think the Chargers are pretty live to beat the Chiefs because they are division rivals. Oh, hold up. Is this going to be the one? It's not. This is not going to be the one. Not going to be the one where we get the stack that I wanted, but we're going to be able to get the Cincy stack. There we go. Chargers pass defense could be good. They have an outside shot if Herbert lights them up. I agree. The biggest downside, though, of the Chargers is the fact that they cannot stop the run. They are absolutely terrible against the run. And if you run into a team that will commit to the run, you're going to have a bad time. Now, if they end up playing like the Bills somehow, they get to the AFC Championship as the Bills, I think they could somehow beat the Bills because the Bills never commit to the run. The Bills are one of the best teams in the NFL, and for some reason, they just don't run. They never run. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe in the playoffs, they're going to unleash this crazy rushing technique that I've never seen before out of them. But that's kind of my worry about them. Eckler is good. Yeah, Eckler's really good. Eckler's really good. I agree. The Bolts are best with Keenan and Williams on the field. I agree. Um, Look, I'm not trying to be a Herbert hater, but it's so funny to see how much people ride for Justin Herbert when so many of his yards are just check downs to Eckler. Now, obviously, if I had Austin Eckler on my team and I'm Justin Herbert, I'm dumping the ball off to him too. But I just don't really like the way people, especially in fantasy, like Herbert wasn't amazing this season, really hit or miss. Now, he did get hurt. So maybe I'm going to eat crow next year and Herbert's like QB1. But I don't think going into next year, assuming it's Herbert, Eckler, Williams, Allen, I don't know if we will see that. I don't know. James Cool is about to have a career day. I'm really hoping the Dolphins are able to just run all over the Bills. The Bills have a really bad run defense as well. I know if you look at the metrics, technically, I think they have the fifth least rushing yards allowed during the season, but that's just because they're beating the shit out of teams. And then you know what happens when you're beating a team down? They can't run. So that's a little fugazi. Drop the like. Thank you, P. Morley. I really appreciate it. Late to the party. Cheers. Cheers to you as well. Hope everyone had a great fantasy football season. I already got a bunch of tweets, comments that people won their championship. Um, Weird year overall. Did Mixon go already? The fuck? Someone take Mixon? They did. Let's make sure we get Boyd. Then we'll think about our next pick. Let's go Boyd Smith. So obviously, um, it was a weird ending to the season because of what happened to Hamlin. Now, obviously, what happened to Hamlin happened. That fucking sucks. I hope he's okay and all, but it was kind of a bittersweet ending to the season with how things went. Having to split the winnings between people. You know, it was a little weird, but ultimately next year everything will go back to normal. Hope he's okay though. Seems like Hamlin's doing well. 3-0 Devils. Yeah, the Devils are fucking smoking these guys. Guy picking first messed the Hurts owner up. That's tough. That is tough. Yeah, the Devils are real good this year. They weren't a bit of a schlump though. It seems like they've gotten out of it. The Ducks are awful. So the fact that we've scored 3 goals already, Dougie scored, Brad scored, and Heischer scored. I picking Hurt first messed the Hurts owner up. Yeah, he's drafting weird. And then he drafts Brock Purdy. Little weird. Little weird. I was hoping I would be able to get Mixon. I mean, my team is still fine without Mixon. We don't necessarily need Mixon to succeed. Don't necessarily need Mixon. We definitely need Hayden Hurst. We definitely need some running backs here that can get it done. I think going Pacheco would be smart because Pacheco will play against Burrow in the AFC Championship. So we'll at least get 2 games out of Pacheco. I like Dalvin Cook, but I really do think the Giants are just going to beat that ass. So I think we're just going to go. We're going to keep things safe here because we don't want to get cucked out of these guys that we want. So we're going to go Pacheco. And we're going to go Hurst. The problem here is obviously Schultz is significantly better and Hawkinson than Hurst, but you're kind of pigeonholed into just drafting the guys on the team you got. Slid hard, yeah. The Devils did slide hard in the middle of the season, but they're back, bouncing back. Buffalo gave up 125 rush yards a game in the last 3. That is 20 yards worse than season average. The Devils used to be the California Golden Seals when I was a kid. That's funny. Downtown Phoenix is getting ready for the Super Bowl. Got tickets to Gronk's beach party, Waste Management golf tournament, and the NFL media party over the weekend. Casino so stoked. That's sick, man. That's crazy that they have the Waste Management, like the most rowdy golf tournament ever, and the Super Bowl the same weekend. That Gronk's beach party is gonna be sick too. Should be fun. Dang, that was a crazy. Would not have thought of that. Yeah, it is crazy. Buffalo is not playing at the house. The Dolphins with Mostert, they carved up the run defense of the Bills. They just stopped running. It was really frustrating to watch as a Dolphins fan. Like we need to just keep running, and we stopped. Did this contest fill? The contest has filled, so I can't join another one. So this will be the last draft we do on stream today. Since the $3 has filled. Tough scene. The $20 is still open. It's at 7,000. So it might actually fill. It might end up actually filling. 7,000 out of 11,000. 30 racks to first. Send you some snaps for sure. Oh, dude, it's always the same weekend, I think. That's funny. That's funny. Arizona's a good spot to do the Super Bowl. I'm surprised they haven't done it there more. I know that when the Cardinals were in the Super Bowl, was that in Arizona? Steelers Cardinals? I'm trying to think. Maybe not though. Again, I'm just kind of speaking off the dome on that one. I don't know if that's 100% correct. It was in Tampa. That was in Tampa. Okay. That shows that was like uh Ben, you're a little older than I am. I was 9 or 10 during that Super Bowl. So I guess that shows my memory as well. Not being the best. Let's see here. Let's go Dalvin Cook. I mean, I don't think the Vikings are gonna win, but let's go Dalvin Cook. And then we'll go. We need Quez, but I think it's too early to take Quez. We also want to get Gainwell. Don't necessarily need another quarterback. Just go best player available again. Let's go Tyreek. I was a freshman in high school. Yeah, I was in 5th grade. So I might have been 10. Only reason why my dad and I didn't go that year. We still blame ourselves. Yeah, well, you didn't end up winning, so I guess you did avoid that. But yeah, that was a good game. Super Bowl venues. I wonder where the venues are going forward. Super Bowl locations. All right, so 2023 is in Arizona, obviously this year. Then it's in Las Vegas, and then it's in New Orleans. Pretty solid list of places to go. I bet you the New Orleans Super Bowl is going to go crazy. New Orleans is a crazy place to go. It's real rowdy in New Orleans. Let's see here. Probably going to go RB. Gainwell. Let's go. I can't go Gainwell They have the sports book in the stadium at BetMGM. That's pretty crazy. A lot of stadiums are doing that now, though, which is cool. I think the Devils are getting some type of way to bet on the Devils inside the stadium. I don't know when they're doing that, but I think that is a planned thing. It's fantastic inside. Fantastic. The greatest, let me tell you. It's gonna be huge. Huge. Um Kinda sucks to have to go Goddard here. Maybe we just sprinkle some Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? Yeah, we'll go Gallup. Then we'll go Quez. We need another Cincy guy. So we're gonna go Gainwell, and then we're gonna go Irwin. Hopefully. Like I said, this is gonna be our last draft. Stream for an hour and a half. I'm not really feeling. Not that I'm not enjoying streaming here, but I'm just not feeling like doing a $20 draft right now. I might do one in the morning, depending how close it is to filling the $20. I think people are gonna start spamming these tonight. It's already 11 almost. So let's see here. Hold up the Cardinals since before I was born. My grandpa had him in '88. My dad's coming in '96. Our tailgate has been. He's on the Great Lawn right next to MGM. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Tailgates look fun in Arizona. It's not like New Jersey where it's cold as fuck. Next time in AZ, you guys gotta come out and enjoy the weather. I gotta know all the best spots. This is my city. You guys would have a blast. That'd be awesome, Ben. Maybe one time. Maybe one time we can get out there. AZ seems real nice. Anywhere where it's not fucking cold as shit, like here. Cold as shit. All right, let's get Gainwell and Irwin here. Bengals at Ravens. Uh, Bengals at Ravens at a. Right? Well, Bengals can't technically play the Ravens, so I don't think that's possible in the Super Bowl. Nice, that works. All right, this team is pretty all right. I wouldn't say it's amazing. The Super Bowl last year, I thought was kind of lame in SoFi. I'm not gonna lie. The Super Bowl vibe itself has to me always just seemed kind of lame because AZ home games. Gotcha. Maybe they are. I'm not too sure. I thought you were talking about the Super Bowl for some reason, but I'm a dumbass. Maybe I haven't looked too much at every team schedule, but what was I gonna say? The Super Bowl atmosphere to me is a little bit lame because the problem with the Super Bowl is that it really feels like you want the fans to be there for each team, and it always feels like there's not all the fans there, right? The celebrities are there, right? The people who go because, "Oh, I live here. Oh, I wanna go to the Super Bowl. Let me go," right? It's not always like last year, it wasn't like bang I guess technically the Rams. There's a lot of Rams fans there, but you get what I'm saying, right? That's the one thing I've always kinda disliked about the Super Bowl. Like, all the other playoff games, it's so sick. The atmosphere is sick. The Super Bowl feels a little tame. Obviously, it's always exciting to watch, though. Yes, sir. We have 2 of the good ones. Oh, you guys got Cowboys, Giants, and Falcons. Interesting. I think I think the Cardinals should be pretty good next year, assuming Kyler is good to go a couple weeks into the season. Sucks what happened to Kyler. Oh, my fucking thing turned off again. So I'm all dark. But yeah, that sucked. Shitty season for the Cardinals, obviously. I always liked the Cardinals, so it was kind of hard to see, especially with Kyler. But I think realistically, the Cardinals should be fine. I'm not too worried. I do think they could go and get a guy like Harbaugh or maybe Sean Payton. That'd be pretty cool. My fucking TV is shit in the bed right now. So I am gonna turn the stream off in a second because um, I already did a bunch of these drafts. Now during the winter, Flagstaff is super gorgeous. Gotcha. Oh man, appreciate everyone watching the stream tonight. Probably gonna get out of here in a couple minutes. Let me know who all you guys are taking in the Super Bowl, and then we're gonna get out of here. Again, I got Bengals Eagles in the Super Bowl. I'll fill out the bracket real quick. Let me stop sharing the screen so I can pull it up. NFL playoff predictor. Uh, Pull this up. I'm just gonna throw my bracket onto the screen, and then we're gonna get out of here. Skedaddle our way out. So I got Jaguars, Bengals, Dolphins, Bills, Bucks, Giants, Niners, Bengals, Chiefs, Bengals, Eagles, Niners, Eagles, Bengals. That's what I got. I think the biggest toss-ups early on, I really think the Chargers could easily beat the Jags. Cowboys could beat the Bucks. Vikings could beat the Giants. That's about it, though. I think all the other games are kind of locked in. I'm hoping the Dolphins beat the Bills, but that's what we got. That's what we got. Yeah, I did not think about that when it comes to Arizona having forests and stuff. My connection's going crazy right now. I don't know why. My internet's shit in the bed right now. But it is what it is. I appreciate you guys all stopping by today's stream. I had a great time talking to all you guys. I'm going to end the stream now, but thank you guys all for watching. I don't know if I'll be live tomorrow morning. Probably not. Maybe, though, depending what time I wake up, how many of these drafts are still open. I love all you guys. I really appreciate everyone watching these videos, these streams all year long. Make sure you guys hit the like button. There'll be more videos next week. If the Dolphins end up winning, I'll probably go fucking bananas. Post it on Twitter. Hit the gritty. Do something crazy. Night, night. See you, Ben. See all you guys. I love all you guys. I hope you guys all have a good night. And I'll see you guys soon. Hit that like button on the way out. Bye, boy. And we don't have the outro anymore. So let's just hit the countdown at the end to let you guys get out of here so I don't end the stream while I'm in the middle of talking. Bye-bye.